Hello everybody, this is BeetleG. Welcome to a first look at Nowhere Profit. Now, I know nothing about this game. It's in super early access. That's not really a term, but it's in early access. It's not on Steam yet. Just from this title screen, I'm loving the music. All right, so let's try jumping in. It says continue. I have not started yet. Okay, I'm gonna hit continue. When I started it up the first time, it like hopped me right into a run. So we'll continue and see if I've messed that up yet. Okay, this is what I saw when I quit. A star fell from the heavens. In whispered words coming from the dark night sky, it told me where it would land. It took me weeks to cross through the Soma's wilderness, avoiding famished raiders and raving mad machines turned hostile by the crash. Most of my food and water was gone by the time I finally laid eyes on it. It looked unassumingly. A dull gray sphere, scorched and cracked, but still brimming with energy. Hissing with heat, the sand around it had turned to glass. Alright, so before I hit approach, I'm just going to explain. This, I believe, is a deck building roguelike game. It seems similar-ish to Slay the Spire, and it looks like it's been in development for a while, so I don't want to, like, they're not ripping off or anything. The combat looks a lot more tactical, like there's actually a field and you have to put your people in places. All right, let's continue reading. I'd spoken to machines before and made them do my bidding, but none had been this powerful, this keen. Yet it was dying. With flickering blue light, it painted a mandala of reverence into the dusty air. In this fractal sigil, I could only see glimpses of ancient knowledge from before the crash. Then the fallen star spoke to me. This world lost, my care, safety, and knowledge in the crypt to help all you lead them. I could see a key in a map etched in hard light. I knew now how to find and open this crypt, a place only mentioned in rumors and spoken of in legends. Within it lay unlimited power, all our ancient knowledge, and the hope for a better world. As the light slowly subsided, I could hear words of prayer and mantras spoken all around me. Others must have seen the trail of fire, heard the star's whispers, and followed it here too. Their eager faces told me that they had heard the machine speak to me. The prophet! The prophet! They chanted. And so I had gained my followers, and together we would find the crypt. Namaste, my prophet. Let me be your humble guide on this journey. I will tell you everything you need to know to make your pilgrimage a successful one. All right, let's start our journey to the crypt by opening the map. Okay. So, again, I'm going to be making a lot of comparisons to Slay the Spire, because that game is blowing me away right now. This game looks really good. I love the art style, and the music so far have blown me away already. This is your map. Here you can pick your next destination. Simply move the map and select a spot to learn more about it. Traveling costs us food, which is this one, we have 60, and hope, which we have 100. The wider a road is, the faster and cheaper the travel will be. Wow. Make note of the difficult terrain, which is visible by the colored roads on the map. Okay. Fights here will have more hazards, but can also lead to better rewards. To make it to the next stage of our pilgrimage, we need to reach the large milestone location in the upper right corner of the map. So already, that's making it sound like, well, oh, okay. So it looks like going down the center will be easy and quick. But going down the sides will probably lead to us being stronger in the future. Like, even here, I might want to hit this diamond. I don't know what it does. Many may find trade goods. Cool. Good chance to find food. All right. Off to our first location. The sun was setting as we spotted a dark plume of smoke not far away. Sneaking closer, we spotted a band of raiders celebrating their victory over a small caravan, not unlike ours. Looking more closely, it turned out to be two separate groups, each with their own clan sigils, who were currently splitting up the loot. Batteries, valuables, and slaves. So we have batteries, I'm assuming. Oh, hey. So they're our currency. And then this is our followers. Each follower is a card you can put into your convoy deck. I mean, I like loot. Let's seize the loot. We waited until most of their loot was split up and loaded onto the wagons. Then we struck. A fight! Defend our convoy. In battle, you need to play cards to survive. Cards cost momentum, which is refilled and increased by 1 at the start of each of your turns. Many of your cards are followers, which, when played, join the fight on your side. But be careful, they may fall in battle. To win, you have to attack to reduce the enemy leader to 0 health. So that's probably this giant dude. While avoiding that same fate. That's probably us. Be aware that any damage to your leader remains even after combat. Okay. Draw a card. Deal a damage to a target. Okay, we can click it to look at it. We can right-click it to look at it. So that's probably attack value. Oof, that's a little weird. All right. Oh, that's just a barricade. Okay. And this is more barricade. So we probably want a creature. That costs too much. Costs 4. This is triggered when the unit is played onto the battlefield. I will say, already, I like the pop-up tips. The tool tips. They're very helpful. Okay, so Fury is just battle cry or enter the battlefield effect. So let's play him. Let's put him up here. Followers enter combat exhausted and can't act immediately. Starting with your next turn, this follower will refresh and be ready to attack or move. You can see that your follower has 2 sets of numbers, their attack and their health. Once a follower's health reaches 0, they're destroyed. When fighting, your followers' positions are critical. Units in the front of each row are frontline units. Only these units can attack and be attacked. Interesting. So I guarantee there's ranged units that can attack from the back. But we'll set these guys up. We used all 3 of our momentum. And we'll end our turn. So they're playing a worker in the second row. And an initiate to fight us. Now, we're ready to fight! Your warrior is ready. See the yellow triangle symbolizing that. To attack, simply drag one of your followers onto an enemy unit. Beware, enemy units will deal damage to your follower in retaliation. You can always attack the enemy leader directly. Doing this, your unit does not suffer any retaliation damage. You can also drag your follower onto an empty slot to move them. However, each follower can only take 1 action before being exhausted. So it's move or attack. So if we just attacked him, we could do 3 damage, and then we have this is deal 1, and this is deal 1 to everybody, and this is deal 1 damage. So let's first see. We can attack this guy, attack this guy. Well, we got some water and fine fabrics. Comfort items can be shared with the convoy to restore hope. That wasn't the flavor text. The flavor text down here. Okay, excellent. Continue. The loot wagons are ours! Before the remaining bandits could stop us, we sped away. The rest of the band decided to stay with their captured slaves instead of risking losing them as well. So we got some metals, which are just batteries, currency, hope, and sometimes... So this seems like a card? Or something? That's interesting. Okay. So it seems like a mix of like Slay the Spire and FTL. That's neat. Good work, my prophet. Our people are safe again. However, some of your followers may have suffered wounds. Haha, they did not. The overview at the bottom shows you how many. You may also want to take this time to check your decks. Simply click on one of the cards at the bottom of the screen to inspect and edit your convoy deck or leader deck. Ah, so we did have 2 sets of cards. There's the people, and then there were the actions, the ones that we used to shoot the other leader. You can find your battle-ready followers. On the right, you can see your convoy deck. On the left are all cards that are currently not in use. Click on a card to either add or remove it from your deck. The filters, settings, and deck statistics at the bottom will help you decide whom to add or remove. You currently have no new followers to add to your deck. Excellent. So we just have all these guys. They do stuff. Deal 2 to all neighbor tiles. That seems dangerous. And here's our leader deck. This is where you can learn more about yourself. See the cards you bring to battle, the equipment you're using. Profit. We have found some useful equipment that you might want to inspect and use. Each piece of gear adds cards to your deck and may even grant powerful status effects. Simply click on an empty slot at the left side to select your gear. If you want to remove an equipped item, simply press the small X in the top right corner of the item. It is then returned to your cargo stores. So we just got armor plating. Okay. So it adds this card and gives us +1 starting armor. So yeah, let's throw that in there. That sounds great. Okay. Yep, back. Whew. It's a good tutorial. It's definitely walking me through everything. All right, so let's move on. We came into a strange new landscape without any vegetation. The ground got uncomfortably hot and the air reeked of rotten eggs. 2 shabby-looking fellows with gas masks, rough gray ponchos, and spears waited for us in the middle of the road. They warned us of the treacherous trail ahead and offered their services as guides. So we can hire 2 dudes. I thought we had more batteries than this. Let's try hiring them. They seem cool. Their price was high, but we might have suffered terrible losses without their guidance. The road proved to be rather dangerous. One step to the side and we could have been swallowed by sinkholes or drowned in toxic mud. Ah, so we don't get them. Death. Death is in the air. We heard Jolt Wildhand mumble, pointing towards a flock of carrion birds that were circling above an assembly of destroyed huts. Let's get closer. Let's get closer. Coming closer, we saw the heavily decayed corpses of humans scattered between the huts. Carrion birds were picking the bones clean. Amongst them, some gigantic San vultures that raised their heads when we approached. So we can attack them or search the huts. Let's search the huts. Seems like we're going to be ambushed. Whoever did this hadn't cared much about the belongings of those slain. We picked through the remains. The food was all rotten, but we found a few useful items. Oh, so we picked up the fur and we can sell it for 8 batteries later, probably at one of these places. So we can find food here, but I think I want to go up here to the trade place, and we'll probably go right back to the attack because of the heavy road conditions. All right. Scattered just beside the path, an outrider found crates filled with valuable parts and items. We gathered them cautiously. Either someone had just lost them or set up a trap for the curious and needy. Okay, so we just found more pieces. But that's great if we find a place to use them. Alright, and it looks like we can use these to restore hope. So that'll be good. Man, I think we might actually want to go to the food. This seems like... yeah, that's a big battle. Let's avoid that for now. We have one up here, so we'll definitely see what that's like. And we can experience the heavy road conditions. A little off the road, we spotted a creek filled with clear water and bordered by lush berry fields. We took as much as we could carry. Alright, so we got some fruits and some water. Sweet. Yeah, we have to go here. Actually. Oh my gosh, we can go backwards. It's very FTL. I'm never going to describe a game on its own merits. I'm going to always compare it to other games that exist. Alright. A blissful afternoon was interrupted by the sharp warning whistle of an outrider, directly next to the road where the glistening bodies of a ruster swarm. They just sat on the ground, aligned in a strict rectangular pattern. It was unclear if they were inactive and dormant, or if they could wake up and attack us at any moment. Ooh. We don't have 8 Scholar. I don't know what that is. Okay, so... let's try to scavenge? I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, no. The machines look non-responsive, so we fetched some tools from the wagons to take them apart. The moment Baga touched one of the gray drones, a vicious signal pierced our ears. A second later, the machines had risen from the ground and started attacking us. Okay, so we lost 1 HP. Okay. You can click on one of the cards to adjust your convoy deck or leader deck before we face our enemy. If you're ready, just jump into the fray. Well, I don't think I'm going to edit these. I actually want to check this out. Some of your followers have been wounded. This happens whenever a follower is destroyed in combat, but can also be caused by events. You can see the wound is in red slashes that appear at the top of their portrait and on the red line on the right side. If a follower has taken their second wound, then they are lost forever. Make sure to take care of your people and rest occasionally. So that's really interesting. If they get like, our cards get wounded and then get killed, so it'll actually remove the card from our deck. Oh my gosh. You can... Oh, I want you back. We can rename the followers. All right, that's really cool. And I really appreciate the curve guide. Curve being you want to keep a good selection of low cost stuff, and you want to like ramp into some big stuff as well. Okay, I'm gonna leave these back because we don't want them to die again. So I think we'll be fine without them. Yeah. Okay. So let's begin the battle. Yeah. I don't even need to look at the leader deck. Keep or replace cards. Enemy goes first. I like aim shot. That sounds good. Blast seems pretty decent too. Let's get rid of it. We want a cheaper card. Okay. Spawn a beast. Deal 2 damage to the enemy leader, who's only at 7, and taunt, which seems pretty good. Okay. So they get to go first. Ooh, buffing them up. Okay. We got static discharge. All units and leaders take 1. So we can attack this to gain 1 momentum. I might end up calling this energy, or, I mean, it reminds me of Hearthstone. Deal 2 damage to all units in column. So in this column, that seems terrible. And if destroyed by a follower, your convoy gains believer points. That seems pretty good. Okay. So I think we want to put this guy down. Ooh. He will just get destroyed by the 2/4. So let's actually put this guy down. He'll spawn this 2/1, which will probably get attacked by that guy. And now let's actually buff this guy up. Yeah. I'm going to play the 1/2 because that makes him have to attack the 1/2. And we might be able to do a bunch of damage. We've lost one of our followers. They've been removed from that combat, but don't worry, they're not completely gone. They only suffered a wound. A follower that has taken 2 wounds is completely destroyed, so be careful. You're playing critically wounded followers. When you're playing critically wounded followers. Okay. Man, I can tell already this combat is so confusing. Ooh, this guy seems nice. So let's hit this guy. 4/6 probably goes into the 3/2. Oh, why did I do that? Why could he attack from the back? I thought they could only attack from the front. Okay. 6/6 seems so good. When this gets killed, it does 2 damage to everything in this column. So I want to be careful putting stuff there. Oh, I guess they can attack from here. It tells me where they can attack from. Okay. I'm putting the 6/6 down because 6/6 goes into that, puts them at 1, and then we can deal 2 damage to them. So that seems pretty decent. Whew. Alright, yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Okay. But he's not taunted up, so we can just hit this guy. And now, let's bandit it up. Boom. Interesting. So the combat seems difficult, but really easy with the low HP enemies. The dead bodies of our enemies littered the area. All right. Let's look in here. Ooh, we've earned enough experience points to level up. Click the buttons to learn a new card for your leader. You will earn experience points whenever you win a combat and sometimes even during events on the road. Alright, so click level up. Charge yourself and learn a new card. You can pick only one of the available options, so choose the right card for your deck. Oh, that costs battery. Alright. Select a card or turn over another card? Why wouldn't we just turn them all over? Oh! Okay. Target follower gains 4 and -2. That's not great. Deal 2 to all enemy followers for every refreshed follower on your side. Exhaust all your followers. Oh, okay, okay. Follower is our follower or the enemy follower. So Blind Rage is slightly better because you can use it as removal. I might just take Slash here. It seems the easiest. Like, seems decent in any deck. Alright. So we've leveled up. Oh, you know what? We're not Baga. We're BeetleG. Okay. So, we've made it about halfway. I think I'm going to call it here so the episode doesn't get insanely long. We'll continue the tutorial tomorrow. I'm loving this game so far. I recommend picking it up. It is a little bit steep at $20, but it seems very feature rich. Like lots of stuff to do. Yeah, I don't know. I'll see you tomorrow. Join me, see what the last boss in this area is. I'm assuming it's going to be a boss. If you liked what you saw, consider leaving a like, a comment, a subscribe. I will see you all tomorrow. I love you all. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in.